What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Beloved after a while. Thank you again to Phil, and we're returning to the 1987 album Where It Is, though this is once again the 1989 CD reissue. And the next tune on the playlist is Surprise Me. I like the phrase, it's something you often say when you're up for anything, at least in a given context or in a given scenario, so you're going to listen to something that's recommended by a person you respect their musical taste, like, well, surprise me, give me what you got. So it feels more open and eager to engage. Obviously, depending on the particular situation you were saying it in, it could change in terms of the sentiment behind it or the, let's say, emotional tone behind it. But either way, it sounds engaged and willing to encounter whatever is coming its way. So let's see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is The Beloved. The tune is Surprise Me, and it's from the 1987 album Where It Is.
Believe when I say that it has to be true. So much to say, so little to do. I know, I know, I know you. You're growing cold as the evening grows long. Seeing your eyes, something is wrong. I know, I know, I know you. So do you go at the end of the day? Where do you hide away?
Shout out to the Erasure song.
Ages away of pretending to see, right to the core of what we want to be. I know, I know, I know. And I've lost all interest in matters of worth. Old again, wise again, born again, no constancy. Oh, but I know. So tell me, do you go at the end of the day? Where do you go when you seem so far away? Tell me what happened to the promises that you made. Where do you hide away?
That was cool. Number one, the vocal work from this group, I didn't remember it had quite that character to it. I really enjoyed the vocal performance. I like those strummed guitar chords. I feel like maybe there was an acoustic guitar in there. And I also like the rolling over cyclical feel of the rhythm and the percussion. I was talking to Sophia about a previous Beloved reaction I made, and she compared them to The Cure. I hear that here. It's like Cure meets maybe a Spandau ballad or perhaps a slower Duran song, but I definitely hear the Cure similarity. Nevertheless, it sounds like he's talking about maybe life should surprise him. Like, surprise me. Like, I've given up thinking about, what's going to happen or matters of, what was it, distinction? I forget the line. But then talking about we pretend that age is somehow related to wisdom, and talking about being born, growing old, being young. So it feels like maybe an acceptance that life will be surprising, and as much as you try to figure it out and try to indicate what certain stages of life will be based on pre-existing paradigms, life is unpredictable, and not only in general, but for any given person specifically. So it feels like maybe we're talking about a life arc and the way that you should just embrace that it will be unknowable until you get there, until you go through it. So maybe I'm wrong with that, but it certainly felt like age and life stages of a given human's existence were somehow central to what was happening here, but also like promises and things that necessarily indicate a timeline. Like, you make a promise based on something that will happen in the future, so a promise itself is a reference to a passing of time or a span of time. So yeah, curious to know what this one is all about, if people have a particular angle on it, but nice to get back to the beloved. Thank you again to Philip. And I think in the overall folder there's only 4 albums. Obviously 4 albums is not a small amount, but compared to The Cure or to Depeche Mode or Duran and a number of other groups with a much more full catalog, and so on, it feels like this will be a slightly shorter journey. In any case, cool to reconnect. Do let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.